Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome to our neck of the woods.
Good afternoon. I got that right in my face again. I tell you.
Yeah.
I'm good. I look good with a badge in my forehead.
Is our lighting always this bad?
Yeah, right.
Oh, it's going to rain today, so we wanted to do it outside, but it's gotten really heavy out there.
Really heavy
we got thunderstorms coming.
Craziness out there.
You know, might as well not mess
it'll be all right.
So, hi everybody out there in YouTube land.
We have any coffee?
Yes. Hopefully enough for 2 cups.
We'll make a cup.
So I just titled this "Feeling Mellow." We just finished up with we were over Liberty Warrior for the prayer hour thing this morning, which was like 2.5 hours, but it was actually really great. And Raina came out and watched it for a little while with me, and she was just, man, I just love that little girl. She was hearing them pray for all these different people, for all these different things, and
kids say the darndest
she was
thing.
trying to watch chat and stuff, and this is why I like Liberty's chat, is because he's not asking the moderators to police people's opinions. He's asking the moderators to keep it where it's respectful. And I like that. And I love all of you guys here that come in and chat. And you guys are very respectful. And we really appreciate that, because you do know that we have our daughter here with us. And she pays really good attention. Kids pay more attention than a lot of adults give them credit for. So she was just in tears for the mess of the world. And I let her put a prayer request in over at Liberty Warrior Forum. So I know that the right people get their hands on that. But she just wanted to pray for the world, stop fighting. And why can't everybody live in peace for a little bit and just have love for each other? And I thought that was really special, and I just want to share that with you guys. So so I am feeling a little bit mellow. That kind of mellowed me out. And after yesterday's conversation about preparing for worst case scenarios and whatnot, I thought it might be helpful and possibly a little beneficial to continue the conversation if any of you guys want to come up and talk. And on that note, I'm going to say this to our good friend Shipwreck. I know you're listening. I know you're still working, man. Look, you can't give up on that. And I know you want to. I know it seems like it is pulling teeth to try to get people to come together. But every little bit does help. And I'm going to tell you, once you get the first couple ones together, and there's a fine example of people doing their diligence on their own. And that's the thing. A lot of people have, I think, a fear, a little bit of reservation. We all know that everything's monitored. We all know that AI and algorithms and bad guys and 3-letter agencies pay attention to like the enormous amounts of data put out every day. And we know they have logs of that. And so just common sense people have reservation. So I think if you just, be a little bit more patient. But it's your choice. If you're ready to just say, nah, whatever, you guys are still interested, contact me at Shipwreck. That's cool too. We support you in that, man. We'll send people Shipwreck's way, because I love what you do, really. Betty, we love you. We put a prayer request in for you. When he read our names off, that was for you. Hey Kathy, we're gonna keep praying for your little granddaughter, hon. Listen, I was one of those kids. I had pneumonia, double pneumonia, triple pneumonia, walking pneumonia, or some variety of pneumonia every single year when I was a kid. Every year. I remember the tents. I remember the hospital and those tents, and I went through that every single year. But as I got older, I got stronger and I got better, and I grew out of a lot of that until I hit like 40, and then I started getting sick again every year. But now, now I know more things, you know, and so I'm better prepared. So after this the last time I was sick was when I think we had this. We suspected that we had the
Yeah.
thing that shut the world down. The thing that shut the world down.
But
But
sniffles.
well, no, I was sick for quite some time with that one.
Yeah.
But that was the last time I had I was seriously sick. And you know, I've learned a lot on this journey and meeting people like you, Betty, and like everybody else. You're probably getting inundated, and I'm very sorry, Betty. I was trying to take care of everything this morning and get your information out to the people that wanted it. I don't. Ship, I forgot to send it to you. I am so sorry. I will get her information to you. We'll send it to you in a text after the show, okay? Bear with me, guys. I am new at this. Look, the email accounts that I have personally, yeah, they're lost causes at this point. Somebody who does organization for a living wouldn't want to touch them. That's just they're horrible, terrible bad. So, but when it comes to the email for the show, I'm trying to stay up on those. Bear with me. If I don't get to you same day, I'll try to get to you next day. I'm still working on figuring out a schedule. Jeff and I are still working on figuring out, you know, exact times to get things done that we need to get done too. But we want to be here for you also. Right on, Chip. And I get that. You know, put the idea out there. Somebody's going to grab it, right?
Yeah.
Ask the people, please, Chip, though, before you just shut it down. You got about 20 people that are interested. If you would like, I am helping Liberty with separating his people into states as well. So if you would like, or they would like to have their info, and it's just name, email, and the state you're in, if you would like to have that forwarded into that group, maybe we can actually, you know, combine the two and get you guys together. But if you want to do that, just ask them if they mind. You know, you forwarding the information that they've given you to us, and we'll take care of it and handle it and work it into that. If they're not interested in that, that's fine. But it's basically the same concept you guys have. It's just I think he's maybe got a wider audience. Like you said, you got 300 subscribers, but you know, we have 200 subscribers and like 10 people on average that show up here every day and listen or join in the conversation or anything. So we get it.
It's cool. We love it.
Right.
But you look at the ratio, and
we're the same kind of folks too. We're here to help. The number of subscribers doesn't matter, except for the fact that it matters that what kind of an audience you're going to reach to try and help people. And so we get that. We understand that. Oh, we love you too. We love you so much, Betty. If you want, I'll give you a call here in a little while. If you don't want me to, then just let me know. But if you need me, I'm here, honey. You can call me. All right. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
It's hard when you're the rock and you feel like you're the sand. And you got other rocks that'll stand beside you, hon. Because we know we've been there. So I must be sappy today too. I'm sappy like a maple tree. And I don't mean that in any disrespect whatsoever, Betty. You know I love you. I really do. We love all of you guys.
A lot going on.
That's cool, man. And we understand. I was just, putting that out there. That's all.
Yep.
Because I know that our name is on your list too, or it should be. I told you to put it on there. But
yeah,
Betty, he'll be over on his channel Shipwreck, and we're gonna have that. We're gonna get that link for his Shipwreck channel, and we'll start putting that out. Yeah, Ship is a great guy. He is great. I love talking with him. Hey, Betty, I thought you were going to be in ours.
Yeah, we do have ours. We're the seed bank gang.
Yeah, right. No, I know. I'm just picking on you, honey. I'm just picking on you. I hope you would have a smile. So you guys, being mellow, trying to not stress out in the most stressful times, and it is hard. And look at this. We're already having conversations about it. I know that's hard. I know it's hard to sometimes just sit down and breathe. But we have to. We have to be able to sit down and breathe. And so here's your place. Pull up a tree stump. Have a seat.
Start a fire.
Call in and talk. Call in and
don't burn the neighborhood down. But
and
relax.
If you can't call in or you're not comfortable with that yet, that's fine. You don't want to show your face, that's also fine. But if something's on your mind, or put it in chat. We're trying to stay up with chat right now. I think so.
Talking's good.
Having conversations about these things can help ease the burden, and knowing that other people have shared that burden as well can help ease the burden, because there's somebody that understands, right? There's somebody there that understands, that's been through something that's either similar or exactly the same, different circumstances. So I love our community, our tiny little community here, because I feel like there's not one of you that I couldn't reach out to and I would have somebody that understood. And I just think that's phenomenal, and such a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing. The families we create, right? And the families that we have too, but the families we create, it means something when you're chosen to be part of somebody's family. That's how I was taught. When somebody who's not blood related to you adopts you into their heart, that is something special. And I know a lot of people use that term really loosely, but if I call you family, I mean we're a family. That's it. We're family. I don't even know where to go from there. Somebody say something so I can talk to you.
It's a lot of. Some people have been down rough roads, some down rougher roads, some not so rough. But in everybody's mind, what you had to deal with was your own roughness, and sometimes it's hard for some people to recognize it's like a trauma. People, it's not, you know, there's a passed on my dad, there's a passed on, doesn't need to be out there, but that was rough for my brother and I. But my brother and I both went in different directions in our own mindset. I seen things a little bit more differently than my brother does. It's great. It's phenomenal because when we come together, um, we can accomplish a lot just from everything our parents, our grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends of the family, uh, on and on. I mean, and seeing where I'm at today really is, I'm very blessed, but I don't consider myself blessed because I've only done what internally the path that I chose. Some people would think I'm nuts for doing, but if you sit back and you look at the way society is, the way our job markets are, the way our corporation markets are, how everything works, paying attention to the deception of everything. I've never really been conspiracy. It's just I really read through a lot of stuff. Now, I will say there are some companies that I never even thought will be a part of the other side, but they are. And unfortunately, yeah, they won't be getting any more money. Not going to happen. Uh, until we can peel ourselves away from good old Wally World, we're pretty much all local, except for a few things that they just don't have unless you go to Wally World.
Like Colombian coffee, which I really love.
Even our one local grocery store is IGA, and it's not a good company either, but they're a franchise, so their name is one is their own name, and then it's an IGA product. So they get everything from IGA warehouse. Now, IGA is not another good company out there, actually. If you really dig deep into their branches and their sister branches, a lot of Chinese own IGA. Not saying good or bad, just they own a lot of IGA. But knowing those sort of things now doesn't, it's going to change the way I do things for the family here and the way we teach our daughter now what to look out for. How we went about getting our home. Like I said, not normal. It'd be something normal if you had a home and you bought a barn out back to furnish your equipment and do whatever. But we went in an opposite direction with building the inside and furnishing it and doing everything. We're still in the midst of getting this all done. First 3 years was $500 a month. That's a normal house payment, but it was paid off in 3 years. So we already had the land. All we had to do is just put this thing on it. And now, once we get this done, by next year, we're putting an addition on. So it'll be a little bit bigger when we get done. But The only reason why we were going with an addition is because we got the sawmill, and I can make all the boards that I need for what I need for size, and then the rest of it, some of it I'll probably end up buying at the lumber store, but my beams, my posts, everything I'll have for the house, and that'll save me a few $1,000s. So now I can move forward a little bit. But I'm not gonna sit and worry about too much that's going on. Not in a bad way. Right now, we do need to stand. We need to make a movement. Everybody has their part, and
We feel this is ours.
Yeah, this is.
I don't know that I can help in any other way.
This is what we do. I mean, this is the only the help that I'm getting at is, of course, and it's nothing against anybody, but it's the movement in your own town. It's not on YouTube. It's going out and then coming back on YouTube and saying, "Hey, just got done talking to a gentleman today, and this is what's going on. I told him this. Whatever the behavior is, we're not going to put up with it." And then just letting our panel people know and our audience know, but as well as whoever else is in Ohio that's in chat, hey, this is what's going on, and make them aware, and then they can get involved in their area. And the quicker we become not threatened and be okay, this is not going to happen. That's what we're all at. We're at that point right now. But I think a lot of people, it has gone so far all these years that they think one way and can't see any other avenues. And then there got some people out there that we already know that just don't see it at all. And give it time. That's all I gotta say.
Look, too, and all the stuff going on right now, and yeah, we're aware of the stuff that happened this morning. Yeah, bad stuff is happening all over the place, and we know it. My worry right now is that I'm hearing a lot of little kids are getting sick, and I don't like the sound of that. So I'm praying for them, just because I mean they're our future, and
absolutely,
we have to protect our kids. Part of the stress can make you sick. And kids come on, guys, we all know it too. And I'm not saying anything about anybody, but I just want to say that stress can make us sick. And kids are very susceptible. They're very empathic, if you will, because they can feel emotions coming off the adults around them. And it's yeah, we love you guys, Maria and Working and Petty and Chip and everybody out there. Reaper, if you're listening, we love you, man. We support
even if you're just in chat.
Whatever we can do to help you, let us know.
And we appreciate it. We know. I don't want to. We kind of always joke about it, and it's if you didn't have our kind of weird, then
where'd you guys go?
Nah. You would. We're just who we are, and I just I do things the way I do things. Maybe I explain them different. I don't know. Just letting people know that we're out here. I guess I don't know. I'm clueless to it. I don't do anything any different than any other one kind of does, and that's just getting through life. But slowing down. I think that was the biggest thing too. I will say that coming from Ohio, I moved to North Carolina for my mom. My stepdad had passed away, and my brother lived with her for a little while, and then he got a really good job, and he had to move to New York.
You can tell him what job that was.
It's kind of funny, but he worked for a very prestigious golf course that our fine man of the
45th seat,
the 45th seat owns today still. So yeah, he got a chance to work with him. So we know him very well. Very generous man. And he didn't even knowing him, I knew of him before I ever knew of him. And then getting to know personal information, not information, but just his personality and everything just from my brother and my dad. I think my dad got to meet him, but I'd have to ask. I can't remember, but I know my dad went up to visit my brother and he got to go there. Don't know if he got to meet him or not, but
he was a non-vet.
Yeah, he was a non-vet. Yeah. So knowing everything that I even knew, he was a businessman. He held to his word, even in his businesses. He held to his word. He didn't chop anything up on back in the days of 80s and the interviews I watched him in the 80s throughout the 90s because I also had to follow him for school just because of business management. And I knew he was a good industry mogul, you know, and he made his money. I knew he had fallen bankruptcy, I believe 3 or more times bankruptcy, and climbed right back to the top in a matter of years. So you don't not know how to keep your businesses running if you don't know if you can't climb to the top that fast. I mean, and there was nothing hinky in it. He had backers and people who would back him, but he paid him back within the time period he said he'd have him paid back in, or even sooner. So I mean, he was a good man. He was a good man. Still is a good man. That's why I'm not too worried about what's going on, because when you see his abilities wholeheartedly behind him and his family and how they've operated things throughout the years, and then to even, if you can link them all together, I will say this: it's a family feud, and this time they messed with the wrong family, basically, and they're whooping butt. But that's a deep, deep story behind our fine 45. But knowing what we're doing today is for the spiritual end of it all. All he's doing is cleaning up a mess. It's now under the power of the divine, of the creators, knocking on our heads saying, wake up. And that's the hard part. And it's good that we come together as humans and talk and discuss and feel other people's pain, other people's pleasures, and joy, to unite and become the humanity we're supposed to be. And it's the only way we can do it. And some of this isn't the only way, but this technology today made it happen for us to be able to be like this. It's not Facebook. Facebook will get you in trouble. It's good, but it's got its bad side too.
Look, all that social media does.
A lot of it is 50-50, yeah.
Listen, we love you guys. I feel like I know every one of you to some extent. But what I wouldn't give to have you face to face or around a campfire, enjoying a meal together, talking, and just getting to know each other, because I think you guys are some of the most amazing people I have met in a very long time, and I've yet to physically meet you. Yeah. Now, saying that, I think we can sometimes get, this is what worries me too about the younger generation, okay? I have 2 adult sons, and they're, my oldest son's very first, most meaningful relationship was an online girlfriend in the gaming world. And while I have nothing against that, because I do feel to some extent you can get to know people better sight unseen sometimes, right? Than to meet them. But there's that human connection that needs to be filled. And that's why I think some kids get lost in that. And I think some adults do too, right? Because it's easier. It's easy. The autonomy of it is easier. And so, and I, you guys know this. I'm preaching to the choir. I don't know why. Y'all know this. You're all good folk, and
Yeah, we're not
y'all
trying
get out
to, we're not
there and you're
coming
not
down
scared
on
to
people.
meet people. Heck yeah.
I think some people just need
Heck
to hear.
yeah.
Some
You
people
can show me some chords.
Heck yeah. And I think it's not. I'm not preaching down on anybody or anything like that. It's just I think it just needs to be heard. It just needs to be spoken.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, we all have within us
Because certain things help trigger things, even in
that
other
need
people,
for human
that
connection.
we need to do for each other.
And
Like
it's
I
all
said, we're not.
good to be a hermit and stuff. Believe me, but even a hermit knows that human or some kind of connection, physical connection, whether it be to, having a pet that you love, or having a person that you can talk to, maybe have coffee with a couple times a week or once a week or however far you can bring yourself, do it, because oh shit, I didn't know you were looking for those recipes.
What?
I'll dig through my stuff too, and I'll find my hillbilly recipes, and I'll put some of those coon and possum and squirrel and all that kind of stuff out there for you, bud. Maybe we'll do a segment on it.
Well, he did coon. Got himself that coon. Roadkill cooking.
Who was that comedian who made that joke?
Stuff.
Hey Tracy, who was the comedian that made the joke and he said now it's they just passed a law in West Virginia that you could pick up roadkill for dinner, and the guy gets pulled over for swerving, and the officer says, "You know why I pulled you over, or why were you swerving? Have you been drinking?" And the guy just looks at him and says, "No, sir, I was picking up dinner on the way home." I love it. I love it. And I love West Virginia too. West Virginia is a beautiful state. They say a lot of things about West Virginia, but that's like people that live in the mountains, right? They're some of my favorite people. They're so down to earth. They're so salt of the earth. Beautiful people. Man, bare bones, right? That's my kind of people, really. I love that. I love all of you. Man, just amazing. Just when you think about how many subcultures are in every area. I mean, literally, from the top of the mountains to the bottom of the mountains, the cultures are different, let alone from state to state. Right? Born and raised in Ohio, so pop was I mean, that's what we call it in Ohio. We call it pop, right? So grow up calling it pop.
Yep.
And on my first adventures out in life, past West Virginia, nobody knows what pop is. They laugh at you, right? So I had lived in West Virginia quite a bit, and then I ended up coming back to Ohio, and then I ended up moving to North Carolina. And I went in for a job interview at this barbecue place. And the waitress comes up to me and she says, "Honey, what would you like?" And of course, at that point, I was drinking, I drink soda and I ate whatever, because, when you're 18, you're invincible, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I said, "Well, what kind of pop do you have?" And I got, "Well, Shug, I'm not sure what you're talking about, honey, but we got 3 kinds of sweet tea." And I was just like, "I don't like sweet tea." "Oh, you ain't gonna fit in around here." And she laughed. I worked there for a while with her, and she razzed me about pop for the whole rest of the time that we knew each other. Just because. So I loved one thing I did love about kind of living gypsy back then was that I got to see so many different cultures, right within the United States, right? And my adventures only ever took me to the eastern seaboard, up and down the East Coast, couple in betweens, but wow, right?
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. I think it's so beautiful. And I always wanted to go out west, and I think someday I will. Because, you know, I got a bucket list too, my own. And on my bucket list, since I've been a teenager, is I want to see the sunrise and set in Arizona at least one time. And I don't know why, but that's what I want to do. And I want to paint it. So, oh man, we're going to mess up our own stream.
I know. I'm messing it all up.
Tactical,
Hey,
hey,
Tactical.
hey, him wrenching Kathy and Ship. So, hey, Ship, when you get home, grab your shipwreck link and pop it in here. We're gonna give you a wrench so you can pop it in here. Hey, Tonto. Okay, sorry. I keep forgetting we're still on camera here.
Rick.
So, Tano, I hope that you were around in some of the chats yesterday, and I saw this yesterday on Gab that they have started a no mandatory vacation status board, employer board on Gab. And the second I saw it, I was like, oh, I got to get this to Tactical. I got it. Matt's got to hear this, right? And literally 20 minutes later, Mike called me. So I let him tell me what he called before I was like, hey, so blah, 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 blah. And you got to say this on the show. That was Tactical knows. And he did. Because I was really excited about that, you know, putting that idea out there. And just as an example, like, that's how awesome the creator is. That's how awesome the universe is, right? You put this amazing idea out there into the universe. And you remember when we talked about it, and I said, we're going to put it out there, and the right person's going to hear it that's got the skill set, and they're going to pick this up, and they're going to run with it. And I think we got it. And I think we got it, and they're running with it. And now we just need to bring lawyers, doctors, and teachers, either retired teachers or teachers that have left the system due to the new mandates, and get those people in on the same thing. Heck, maybe we could round up those teachers and start an online homeschool with real teachers. Oh, wouldn't that be epic? We'll drop the link again here in a second. I don't know what are we doing here.
Signing in.
Okay. We'll drop the link again here in a second if you guys want to come up and chat about it for a minute. What do you think about that? Is that an interesting idea? Oh boy, chat's moving. Right on, Betty. Awesome. Take a breath yourself now,
hey,
too.
Farmer Son.
Hey, Farmer, yeah. Hey, Matt. No. I'm talking about the teachers that are leaving. The teachers that have quit. Just because they quit their district doesn't mean they lost their license. If we could round up those good teachers that said, no, I'm not going to teach this garbage to our children. No, I'm not going to torture and traumatize these children with this bull crap. Those are the teachers we get rounded up to start an online school with teachers that'll teach maybe constitutional republic, with teachers that'll teach our history as it happened, not as it was rewritten. What do you think about something like that? Maybe we can get that idea out. Can you tack that on your idea when you talk about it out there? Because I think that would be something phenomenal. And we have Gab, but we're not on Gab. I don't any
We
of
like
the
it.
social media platforms. I really try to stay away from them because get I get down the hole and I forget my parachute. And when I'm in that mode, when I get in that mode, things start clicking and I don't see anything outside of what I'm looking at, and I get very narrow focused. And I have to stop. I had to stop doing that completely. So I don't get on there. I just get the news alerts on my phone. You know, I can scroll through them. So, you know, yeah, we have gap outs. No, we're not. We're not actually my story. When we get on Twitter, like a month before the elections last year,
Yeah.
I was my very first suspension, or my very first slap on the wrist was 72-hour Twitter jail, and I got that in my first 24 hours. And then I got back in, and I must have knew exactly what I was doing about the people I was following and what I was sharing, because it was not a week later they suspended and for review. They suspended me for review, and then they came back with, your account has been locked. If you sign up with another email, we will block that too. So they banned me from IP address. Yeah. It didn't take me long at all. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. We do have storms. We're trying the best we can here. Our signal's probably really crappy. Yeah, well, and what we need is those teachers to start talking with each other. So if somebody that is on social media platforms, even if it's Facebook, get on there and start a board and get these teachers in there. What happened?
Sorry to hear that, Shipwreck.
Oh, honey. You know all the natural stuff to give them, though, right? You know the vitamins that they need to boost, right? If you don't, you give us a call in a little bit, and then we'll give you a rundown. So yeah, if we can get those teachers, because they know how to set up their curriculum and their system and how it's going to need to work for them. But man, I mean, parents, I know a lot of parents this year that are trying to homeschool for the first time that are going to get frustrated, that are going to get they're going to get very, very frustrated, and they're going to feel like giving up. And we can't let them do that. We got to give them another alternative about teachers who love to teach, that got into it to help grow those little minds in the right direction. Those are the good people of this world that we need to start. We're literally, guys, this is to start to us setting up our own, God, I hate to use the word system, but it's the closest thing I have, but our own symposium of how we want to grow the next generation in the right direction, with people who have the experience, the people that have the knowledge, and also have the heart for it. You know, even if they just offered themselves as tutoring services, or ask a teacher a question like you would do like a med call with a doctor, even if they just did something like that, I think that would be amazing. We got to get that out there. Heck yeah, prayers, my brother. Hey, Sherry. Yes, and vitamin D is probably going to be the most important. Either get the vitamin D that comes with K2 in it, that.
All right. Can you hear us?
We're gonna have breakfast for dinner tonight, or at least
Hello?
you will.
Hello.
Testing, 1 2. Can you guys see us again? Well, I mean, hear us again. Hello, hello.
Okay. We're back. I hope. Give you a few seconds. All right, cool.
Number.
Come on,
Coming?
puppy. Well, come on, let's
Come
go.
on, you're coming. Attaboy.
Hi, buddy. What are you doing? You being puppy? You being puppy? All
All right.
right.
Sorry about that.
Back.
We are? Awesome. So sorry about that. That was my fault. I forgot to plug the laptop in.
No,
And it died.
it happens. We were warned. And we got sidetracked. Dang show.
So where were we, guys? Fresh in my memory. Oh yeah, I was on and on about the teachers. I think that's an excellent idea, though. I think, okay, there's evidence that the idea is out there. Somebody's grabbed it. They're already got that going. So we started with employers and employees. That's our foundation. Now let's build it. Let's do doctors. Let's do lawyers. Let's do constitutional lawyers. Let's do common law lawyers. Let's get all those people hooked up, because I, for one, am very interested in that. I don't know if you guys have seen Deanna Harwick's channel, Humboldt Truth Tellers. She provides information and links to go and check out for yourself. So I'm still doing some research on that. We're looking into it, and because it seems like there may be quite a few options out there. You just need to find the right one that's actually real, because there's also a lot of garbage out there too. I trust Deanna, though. I love Deanna. She's my sister. Okay. So yeah, you guys, when you're out talking to your neighbors, you're talking to your community, throw this stuff in there.
Yeah.
You remember back in the old
Don't be
days, what
afraid.
made town successful was that everything was right there in town. You had a general store, you had a blacksmith, you had a teacher, you had a preacher. Yeah. You had a saloon.
And everybody talked.
You had,
Yeah,
and that was
what the guys did.
that was
the saloon. They
that
talked
is-
about at home.
there's a lot of bad pitch been put on saloons, but those were
That's where the locals.
those were
that's where they want to talk
usually
about it.
started first in the towns,
All your business.
and that's where your first doctor was usually located, was in the saloon, because that's where alcohol was, and alcohol disinfected stuff. And even those doctors back then knew it. So if you were lucky enough to have a doctor, usually they were located in a room above the saloon. But I don't know. I'm just, yeah. Elderberry, yep. That's right. And there is an elderberry farm here in America, here in the United States, in Missouri. The guy's been growing American elderberries, which are higher in nutrients than the Eastern elderberries that are grown in Europe, or the European variety. And he's been doing it since the 70s.
Yay!
And I'll look up his information. Doug and Stacy had done an interview with him, and he does cuttings. So if you know how we said we're going to do our cuttings of our elderberry, but we can't. I don't know exactly what variety it is. I'm pretty sure it's American elderberry, but I don't know that for certain because the Eastern European variety grows here well too. So and it's cheaper to get your hands on. So a lot of people, when they grow those, you know, and this one's been on the property since we've been here.
Yeah, we have several now.
Next year I'll be doing cuttings, and anybody that's part of the little seed and plant co-op that we're doing, I'll be sending cuttings to you guys. And again, if you guys want to get in and be a part of that, even if you don't have something to share at first, we're building long term here.
Yep.
And we're doing this with each other.
Read up on them, start learning things that you want. So if you're in an area and you can't do elderberry, well then, unless you have a greenhouse. But
yeah. But we're gonna keep doing that. I want to do that just for as long as we possibly can. I'd like to build that up a little bit. I think that would benefit so many people in so many places. And maybe we can get some of these native species back to their homelands, right? Because I think that bothers me the most. The way plants have been intentionally migrated to different areas where they don't do as well or produce the nutrients that they used to because they've been bred out or what have you. Don't poke him. He could take us out with one hand tied behind his back.
But I see you.
So yeah, I think these ideas, get it, and I think we can build on it, right? Organizing, exactly, and that's not my biggest skill. That's why, but I'm all good for ideas, man, and I'll pop them out there. They're not mine. I want to share them with the world. I want somebody who has the skill set to pick it up and go, oh yeah, that'd be so easy to do, and then just do it. I don't need credit at all. I just really, really, really want to help people in this way, right? Share that creativity and get it out there because somebody else has a skill set to put it all together in a neat little package and make it work. Ooh, you have white sage? Yes, and winter mint. Oh, yes. Jasmine. There's this nice Amish lady, and every year she grows the most fantastic rosemary and thyme. And every year she digs it up and then, in fall, and she plants a new one. And she gives us the plants every year. And we just keep planting them around. And pretty soon we're going to have rosemary and thyme sections like all over the place. And it's going to be beautiful. Yeah, she is.
She's a really nice lady.
Yeah, she is. She's pretty cool. That's Aunt Phoebe.
Yep, Aunt Phoebe. Yeah, she's a spicy girl.
But yeah, so did we didn't get to drop the link. I'm so sorry. Can you drop the link?
Drop the link, please. Drop the link.
Anybody want to come up and chat? We got about a half an hour. We are going to get off.
We are going to get off
a few minutes before.
So Ken Carson is supposed to be going on with Liberty Warrior. So
on the Ken Carson channel, though.
Jump right off of here. Yeah, on the Ken Carson channel.
Yeah, Liberty will be joining Ken.
You jump from here, you flawless to jump right to him.
Yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, Betty, that's perfect. Put that up, please. You gonna say hi? Hi.
Well then,
Betty, if you can organize the organization, I will happily be a part of it. Don't think about it today. I know you got stuff doing, but
And it's keeping her occupied. Device not connected. There it is. Now he's connected. There he is.
Here I am.
Oh, farmer.
hey, farmer.
What's going on, y'all?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
I hear you. I'm walking
Oh,
to
you
the
got
hammock.
beautiful blue skies.
Where are you at?
I'm in
They
Alabama.
said, hi, beautiful girl.
Oh, beautiful down there right now.
Working
How
said
about-
hi, Raina.
What you working on? Uh-oh.
Did we lose him, or did you guys lose us?
No, I think we lost him. He's froze up.
It ain't gonna work.
Hey,
There you are.
There you are.
It ain't gonna work.
You cut out.
I think I got too far away from the house.
Ah.
I'm still there.
Yep.
Yep.
Hello?
Yep.
Okay.
We're here. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna walk to the hammock, but I guess it's too far away.
Oh man.
You better put a hammock close to the house then.
Yeah. Well, the reason why it is where it is because it's shady over there. I'm in the sunshine over here, and it's hot. Anyhow, we got to do it.
What's that?
I said, but anyhow, I have a chair right here, so it'll be all right.
There you
All
go.
right.
Tonto. No, but we are going to be doing vids on different things. We just have to get them set up so that we can do them. And it's that organizational skill.
We could do dry canning real easy on that one. We could do a live show right up there while you're doing, like, say, the oats or something. You can say, this
Yeah,
is how
I
you do
just
the
got-
beans, the rice.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll probably be doing something on dry canning soon. Listen, I don't pressure can and I don't water bath. That's the other. My brother-in-law does that side of the canning, and I do all the dry canning and the dehydrating stuff. And my mother-in-law does the dehydrating with me. So, and then we do like the slow cooker stuff, which is it's almost like an instant can, when you're doing like your apple butter and whatnot. You can kind of do that as an almost instant canning process, but yeah, I don't do the water bath stuff. So, but I do that kind of stuff. So I will be doing some videos on that. And
I do the dry
Jeff makes
canning with my vacuum sealer.
Yeah. And Jeff's going to do pemmican here real soon too, right?
Yeah, we're going to do
And
pemmican.
because you guys are really curious about pemmican, so we're going to go ahead and do up pemmican for you, and we're going to do a video on it. It may be a long one, or we may just take a show and do it. So just watch for that. That'll be upload. It would. So I think we should just do it live.
Yeah, if I do it, I'll do it in 2 parts.
That way, if they have questions, they can ask you questions while you're doing it.
Be more interactive.
Yeah.
Well, I have to sit there. I got to cut it all up and do everything. So getting that part done, getting the soot pulled away from the meat and rendering that down, that takes all afternoon. So actually, it would turn into like a 2-hour show anyhow. And then once I have to dry the meat, which takes even longer because of the
way you got to do
amount, yeah, exactly. I got to do it for like over 12 hours for it to get down to be like beef jerky or a little drier. And then, then I can go ahead and emulsify it in the processor.
So maybe we'll go on early that day and go on later that afternoon.
Yeah, might.
And then
it's a whole day project.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that for you guys if you want.
Is the same. It takes 48 hours to make my barbecue sauce, so that's a long project.
I was want to talk about the teachers. The teachers. I'm surprised these teachers aren't telling these people to kiss their rear end and go and make a studio in their own house and do it from there.
Yeah,
Never
that's
seen
what
that.
that's what I'm thinking. I mean, what if we could? I don't know. Maybe some of them are. If
Yeah.
anybody knows if anybody knows teachers, um, reach out to them if they're of the mind that we're not going to teach these kids the CRT and we're not going to teach these kids the other hoo-ha stuff they're trying to push on our kids, which I
All
won't
that
mention.
gender
It makes
mess.
me mad.
Yeah.
But we that's awesome, Betty. Maybe you can do one for us when you do some of your canning. Not going out of your way to do it, but like just record some while you're doing it, and then if
Yeah,
you
next
send us
time
the
I'm
video,
putting.
we can play it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Farmer, any kind of when you do your preservation of anything, when you do up a video, we'll post it on ours as well for you if you don't mind sending it to our our email. You got our email?
I can get it. It ain't no problem. I know where to
Because
go
I
to get it.
want to get a collection of that together for everybody, and we'll create a playlist for it.
Yeah.
And any of you guys that want to do that, you have any skill set, right? Any skill set, not just canning, not just preservation, but any skill set that you have. If you want, we will happily share that out. That way we can come together more as a community and share our skills in that way. Even though we can't all just walk up to each other's door, we'll be able to share our skills in that way.
But I mean, there's so many skill videos out there, or not really skill, I meant, but preserving videos, man, just type it in the search queue and there's
Yeah.
everything out there. I mean, all you got to do is just go and watch it. It's all it is. I've made videos about vaccine and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. And I did that all. I put a whole list of links out for folks of the people that we watch, that we get some of our information from. Some of the skills that I've learned, some of the things that I've come upon have been from these other places like Prepsteaders and Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, and
we recognize them all.
Sure.
Mary's Nest. Oh my gosh, I love her.
I love Mary.
Oh my gosh, Mary's Nest.
She's fantastic.
Provident Preppers are good too. The Provident Preppers, man, they do all kind of stuff.
Yep, we've heard of them. They just said one. Have you heard of
Hillbilly Kitchen?
Hillbilly Kitchen.
That lady is awesome.
She does Appalachian sort of cooking.
Look, she can tell you how to make onions and flour into an actual meal for your kids, and it's good. It's really good. It's almost like it's called onion fritters. But it tastes like an onion ring patty. Really, they're so delicious, and just a way to make it, something stretch into a meal. So I mean, stuff like that is useful. It's helpful, and if we share who we watch and we share how we do, and the other thing is, it's great that there's so many different people out there, and it's good that we're all following different people because everybody has a different style of learning. And everybody has a different style that works for them.
Yeah, and everybody's into different stuff too. I mean, all you have to do is go and look at somebody's play history or whatever, and you can watch. You can find out who they're watching and what they're into, and I mean, there's ways of doing it.
Yeah. So I mean, that kind of stuff is fantastic, and I encourage anybody to, at least go out and try it, so that's what I like. I like that there's all that different information out there, and it is available. Sometimes you have to search for it, and sometimes you have to search through some other things. Did you know that is actually of the Echinacea family? Those black ice
purple cone flowers, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Like that.
Yep. Right on. Do you do do you use them for medicine, or do you just have them because they're?
I just have them because they're pretty. I have them because they're pretty and the birds love them. I love bird watching and birding, and I'm into that.
It helps keep
Watching
your birds
nature.
healthy.
Yes, yes.
Oh, it's gorgeous down there.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely
We're
beautiful,
cutting
man.
hay today.
If I didn't know any better, I'd swear you was in Ohio, right down the road from me.
Alabama.
I know. Isn't it amazing? God, we live in such a beautiful place. The world is filled
God
with
is, I'm telling you
beauty,
what,
and we're taught how to not see it. We have to reteach ourselves how to see the beauty in all the things out there.
yeah. That's my butterfly bush.
Gorgeous. Yeah. Well, I bet you get hummers out that way, don't you?
Oh, yes, yes. We got hummingbirds out here. I love to watch them as well.
Out of curiosity, what's your hummingbird season down there?
I'll usually start putting mine out in late February, like for the scouts or whatever, and then usually all the way through September.
Now, see, for us, it's a shorter period. Our hummers don't come in until end of April, beginning of May, and then they leave really early. They always leave August, like the very beginning of August, or
Well, you know, we
us.
have 10 months
So
of
we have a
summer
pretty
down
short
here.
period. But oh yeah, well that's true. Right, how you get all the peanuts to grow down there.
Right.
Well, those are a long season crop, aren't they? I'm curious. I'm very curious
Yeah.
about that kind of stuff.
I'm not sure. I think you could probably, and with our seasons, the way our seasons are, you could probably grow 2 crops in a year.
Yeah.
If you start
Wow.
in like
That's
May or
actually
something
not
like
bad.
that.
I mean, yeah, you guys don't have a late frost date either. We usually have a late frost up here. Makes our
Our
growing
late
season
frost,
pretty
our
short.
last frost is usually in the last of April.
We're lucky
Yeah,
if we
see,
get a year
it's
where our last frost is
like
in April.
May
It's usually
20th.
May. We count ourselves
Yeah.
blessed if it's in the first week and like, oh man, it's in the last 2 weeks of May.
It's
Sure.
really pushing the limit, getting plants in the ground. You know,
hmm
we still do good, but
Hi, Pam.
especially for the farmers, that's the biggest one. The farmers.
Yeah, if I'm
Gardening not
planting
so bad,
anything,
farmers.
and I usually plant some stuff, but I'll start my seeds in February and have them ready to be planted in like April.
Hey, what do you know what? I bet between
Hi,
you
Pam.
and your dad, I bet you have a bank of information in those heads that would maybe could talk to us about succession planting and how to get our seeds started at the right time and coordinate that with succession planting.
My dad would be the expert on all that stuff, but he's not. How should I put it? He uses a cuss word about every 1.5 seconds, and I don't know
Oh, he's
how
an old
tall.
What are
Navy
you
guy,
buying
huh?
me for, kid?
Oh yeah, the man has no
Boy, son,
filters,
you
and
buying
I don't either, you know. But I mean, he is real bad. He's 70 years old, and he says exactly what comes across his mind, no matter what it is.
That's how my dad was there at the end. He was just like, I'm too old to piss foot around with watching my work
Yeah.
for other people. I don't care if they like me.
Yeah, he's usually popped his first top at about 10, and he's feeling pretty right at about 2 or 3 every day.
Right on.
But you know,
Well,
the man works. He works hard though.
I bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still has that mindset too, probably.
Oh yeah.
Work hard and reap much, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, all of you wonderful folks out there in chat world, if you would if you wanted to do a video or something about a skill that you have that you want to share with our community, and email it to us, we will show it, and we will all learn from it. And that's how we share it, guys. That's how we build stuff up. You know, that's how we build each other up as well. You don't want to show your face? That's fine. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to give us any kind of personal information. But we're just trying to make those connections with other folks, and you know, share our knowledge, and share the wealth of information that each one of us has. Because if you see us all as pieces to the puzzle, we all have our place, right? And we can join with other pieces of the puzzle and make a whole picture. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think
that's a beautiful idea. It really is. But honestly, if SHTF hits and it's something bad, it's gonna put us all back in like the 1800s, where we're all having to deal with each other close, you know.
Yeah. And I'm good with. I'm kind of good with that, honestly. I think at this point in my life, I really am. I think, but the skills that we can learn from each other, even though it's
now,
something that's valuable for people. You know what I mean? Right. And not everybody talks about what we talk about. Not everybody likes the stuff that we like, and that's great. More power, you know. But that knowledge base, having a good knowledge base, I think
that's why you learn it now. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Wish we would have got the channels going a little bit sooner, so we had more time to share stuff. You know, we're doing the best we can as far as sharing stuff. You know, we ask you guys all the time for what do you want to talk about.
Y'all are doing a fantastic job.
Hey Joe. Well, thank you very much. And we want to provide a place for other people to come up. Like, I love Bonnie. Bonnie just, she's so sweet, and she's got. Well, that woman's got Bonnie, the courage of lions.
I was watching Bonnie yesterday, y'all. She just seems like she's overwhelmed. She don't know what to do first. I would just say start with water and food and just work on that, hon. That's all you got to work on. Water and food right now.
And that's that's the thing, when you know she come up and she had those questions, and I thought that was really great that she did that, because that helped other people who got in that mindset, and then they got stuck.
She's not the only one that's overwhelmed. There are billions of people out there that's overwhelmed. Yeah. Exactly.
And when we talk about this stuff yesterday, there were people in chat that were like, "Oh man, I didn't know this. I didn't think about this. I didn't." And it's like, all right, calm down. You know, chances are you built forts in your house when you were a kid, or you did this or that outside when you were a kid. You have a lot of skills. You just have to think about things.
I can tell she's watching videos, and that's good. You need to just watch everything you can and extrapolate every bit of knowledge that you can out of what you're seeing. That microculture with the tents is an excellent way to keep warm.
Yes, Joe. His channel is Farmer Son Prepping, just like his name. You guys go check him out. He's good. He's good people. And
we try to be.
Oh yeah, you're good folk. You're good folk. But yeah, you know, that's what the whole thing is, and her doing that shared more information than she realized, because you know I'm sure that somebody's going to come across that feeling the same way, and it's going to make some sense to them, and it's going to be better for them. You know, and they'll be like, okay, I can breathe now. Now I can go forward and at least do step one, right?
And that's kind of what motivated me to start my channel to begin with, is because I used to be just like Bonnie. I had no idea where to start with and what to do. And, you know, I mean, I've been there. We all have been there at some point in time. And, you know, so many people are like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It just takes
so we got to reach out to each other. You know, that's the thing. And that's I love when you come up here and talk with us, because you know it gives other people a little bit more strength. Like you know, it shows them there's more of us out there than you know. There are more people interested in this stuff than you know, and that are willing to help, right? And we're not doing this, and we're live, so we're willing for you to come up here and we'll take questions from you, and we'll do our best to answer them, or we'll ask somebody in chat who has that knowledge. They'll answer it.
I don't claim to be an expert, but I just try to help folks, you know.
Exactly.
But you know, what Patriot or what Mr. Shipwreck didn't understand was a lot of people do this in silence. They do it in secret. There's a lot of secrecy in prepping, and you know, that's something people don't want nobody else to know. I mean, and for good reason now, looks like.
Well, yeah, I can get with that, and that's what I was telling Chip earlier. Is, you know, there's a lot of reservation on that level right now, you know. And I get where he's at. I understand where he's coming from. I really do. Sometimes you got to let things go, you know, for your own mental health. Oh, there's a puppy. So you know what, Chuck?
Okay.
We'll take a ride soon. But yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of being able to do this. And then if you got questions, ask them. We're all world down to earth people. I'm not an expert in anything, but I have some living knowledge from stuff that I do, that I live by, that I live with, and that I use in my everyday life. And I think there's a lot of people out there like that, like Aunt BB and Chat Babe. That woman is a walking knowledge base, and she's a beautiful soul. She wants to share and help people too, you know. And you know, a lot of the people that are here are like that. And you may not be sure what it is you can use to help people. Pick one thing. I don't care if it's teaching them how to paint a picture. You're teaching something that's going to relieve stress, and mental health is going to become vital if we end up back in a 18th century style living situation. Mental health is vital.
You're absolutely right on that. Yeah.
And for a lot of people, because a lot of people will not be able to wrap their minds around not having the conveniences that they have today. They won't know what to do without those conveniences. And
yes, especially young people. Young people ain't gonna know what to do with themselves when the internet's down and it's gone and the power grid's gone. There's gonna be a lot of people that is lost as you know, just lost as can be.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you know, and I worry about those folks, because it's not that they're bad folks; they just didn't know where to pick it up at. So we'll keep putting ourselves out there every day, and maybe they'll by chance they'll come across it. Yeah,
that's why we do it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I would love to get some stuff rolling with some of these ideas, and I don't know how to get it rolling except to put the idea out there and tell you, if you got the skill, the will, or the ability, or know somebody that does, grab it and run with it. I want no credit. I want the idea developed. That's all. I'm putting it out there for the world, you know. I'm not doing that.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do is put it out there and pray people find it. You know, I mean, I don't know what else to do. I mean, I help anybody in my community that needs help, you know, or is asking questions. I'll definitely help them out. But that's all we know how to do.
Yeah, and I think that's true. And Chuck, that's right. There is a big difference between ignorance and stupidity. And that being said, there's also, you don't know what you don't know, right? There are ignorance is just a lack of information, a lack of knowledge, right? Stupidity is knowing something and going the other way anyway. That's stupidity.
You're all over it. That's exactly right.
So heck yeah. By the way, it mirrors that mirrors the definition of insanity. Quite frankly, stupidity mirrors the definition of insanity. So just think about that, guys. Hey, Joanne.
Hey, Joanna. Joanne, yeah.
Yes, necessity is the mother of all invention, and that is true.
Yes.
Necessity. You guys got to be thinking outside the box. There's ways to do stuff. There's ways to do stuff outside the box. You got to live outside that box, because that box is what they want you to stay in, right? Because that box can be shipped off to the curb anytime they want it to be.
Yes.
So we are going to be getting off here in a few minutes, and we're going to go over and join Liberty Warrior at one Ken Carson's channel. I don't know if we're going to go on panel or not, but we are going to join them there because we like to support each other, and we try to go through and watch everybody's videos that has channels so that, you know, we can support you guys. And so if you guys have channels, post them or mention them if you don't have a wrench, and we'll find it and post it. And we will post you in other places as well that allow us to promote channels. Just so you know.
Hi to Chuck's buddy Ronnie. Well, howdy, Ronnie. Welcome to the show.
Hey,
awesome,
chat.
Betty. That is great. Great news. Look at
Hope
that.
you continue to watch our shows. We're just
you know what, Bridget?
Common folk having common conversations.
I remember yellow ribbons till they all come home. Why don't we go put some yellow ribbons around a tree and spread that idea to every chat you guys go in today? And let's bring that yellow ribbons back up. And that's for all of our people over there that our government has betrayed. That's for all of our folks over there.
It's a good idea.
I love your choice of words on that. Perfect.
Around the trees. Yellow ribbons around the trees, guys, till they all come home. And let's do it. Let's do it across America. I'm going to mention it to Liberty. And I'll get him to mention it, hopefully.
Ribbons cheap.
Yeah. So if you guys on your own shows or on other people's chat rooms, please, Bridget, we're going to carry that. We're going to carry that. And we're going to go with that. I love that idea. Let's do it. All right, you guys.
Yep, we're gonna
wrap it up. Final thoughts here, Prepper,
or for joining
Farmer
us
Son.
Farmer Son. And everybody in chat.
Just hope everybody has a blessed day. Yeah, let's definitely remember those folks that's been abandoned over there.
That's right.
Heck yeah.
That's right.
Yes, yellow and purple is for those that have been lost away from home. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I love all of you.
We'll see you guys later.
Thanks
for joining us, Farmer.
You have a great day.
Out.
Be blessed. We'll see you guys around.